So, about a week ago, I got this Compaq Armada 1750. Similar to what Jay Wakefield had about 6 years ago. Got this for $4.95. Unfortunately, this laptop has a failing hard drive. I thought it was a bad floppy disk drive. So I've been through 2 disk drives so far. One of them's on the floor, discombobulated. I'm going to be taking this one apart just so I can get the plastic fascia off of it, because the first floppy disk drive had a non-scratched, better condition plastic one. It's not the drive itself. I believe it is the hard drive, because now when you start it up, it says hard drive failure imminent, smart data report. And when I try to copy files to the hard drive from it, it does nothing. Like, it says there's no data there, it craps out. When I try to make a boot disk, it says it cannot do that. When I copy files from the hard drive to the diskette, it is slow about it, but it still does it. So now I just formatted that diskette. I am going to go to Properties, and I am going to, wrong menu. I want to see how much space was left, but I also want to create a boot disk. So I'm going to copy system files, do a quick copy, and hit start. And then you will see that when it tries to do that, when it gets to the copying system files, it will crash on a blue screen, and some people call it blue screen of death, stating that basically it cannot copy the files. And now it'll probably prove me wrong. Seems to have done that. What I'm trying to see is if I can actually use the same word 17 times in one sentence. Now, to see if I can boot from a diskette, then put a blank diskette in, format that one, then see if the floppy disk drive actually works. Here it is. Smart hard drive detects imminent failure. Press 1 to ignore. Press F1 to ignore. It's going to boot off the floppy disk drive. It's doing its thing right now. It'll pop up with the Windows 98 boot logo. You got the cursor there, starting Windows 98. I wish I had a tripod. And now we're going to attempt to get some files onto this disk drive of the diskette. So I'm going to pause the video while I do some typing, because I don't have a tripod. I also want to add that oftentimes when I start the computer up, it goes click, 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 does the click of death. I am now going to attempt to use ScanDisk from a floppy disk to check the hard drive. So let's do ScanDisk / check only. Right. Forgot about HiMem. Well, back to what I was going to check. Flash. Right, if I knew how to type. Copy A slash to B slash. This is what's copied. This is what you had to do when you wanted to copy files from one drive to the same drive to create duplicates of floppy disks without having two disk drives. Imagine trying to create copies of your pirated Doom install diskettes for all your friends in middle school, and you only had one diskette drive. I love the fact that great. Okay. Truly riveting content. But at the end of this, I should have two exact copies. And we'll certainly give this diskette drive a workout. The issue that stemmed, well, what started this whole ordeal was I was trying to copy the Windows 98 USB drivers to the hard drive using the floppy diskette. I got a box of diskettes, and I got the computer itself, had the diskettes and the computer, and a USB diskette drive. I copied the USB drivers to the diskette drive using Windows 10, formatted it simply, double density 1.44 megabytes, and copied the USB drivers over, verified them on my Windows 10 PC, and then I went to go and copy them from the diskette to the Windows 98 PC, and it kept saying multiple errors, etc., so I thought maybe it was a diskette drive. So I attempted to cleaned it, did nothing, nothing fixed it. Thought, okay, well maybe the heads were misaligned. I don't have an oscilloscope or any way to test magnetic fields, but I had a screwdriver. Why not try to do that? And all I accomplished was making that drive create disks that were unreadable in any diskette drive, even its own. So then I went to eBay and got a new diskette drive for like $8, and I popped it in. This is the one. It has a small scratch up here. And then it still continued to do that. And now the computer is reporting a smart hard drive error. It might be because the hard drive is failing. I also went and got 44 diskettes. And those still show up as being bad. I also went and got another USB floppy disk drive, which is coming in the mail. It's an iOmega brand. And this is the end of part 2. The end of part 1. See more in part 2, where I try to talk more about this and maybe have a solution. Hope you enjoyed this video and this rambling. Check back for part 2.